Hey y'all, it's me. It's your girl, the real deal Anita Skinner's Reaction Channel. Like, share, and subscribe. What's up, real deal? How y'all doing out there? I hope y'all doing good, okay? Keeping it positive. Keeping it positive, okay? All right? All right. All right. Kill the music, DJ. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? What we're going to talk about today, real deal, we're going to talk about a 63-year-old manager at Arby's body found in a locked freezer. Now, I kind of thought about this story. I believe I did this story. I'm not sure, but I want to go back through this story right here, y'all. But before we get into it, let me give you a little opening of the situation. Now, she was a manager. It's a 63-year-old manager. Was a mother, y'all. She died while in a lock in a freezer at an Arby's is suing the restaurant and the company that owned the franchise location. So most Arby's are franchise, like Burger King, but it's going to be up to you to keep up the maintenance and running in place. Okay, she was 63 and she was a temporary manager. Let's get into it. And you think about it, y'all. She knocked on that door until she couldn't get out. Hand all bloody, and that's what happened. So we can't make nothing sweet out of it. That's what happened. So real deal. We're gonna talk about this. Got this woman died, okay? She from Louisiana, and they were saying that autopsy findings was hypothermia as the cause of death. So let's get into our content, okay? Okay. A family of a woman who died while locked in a freezer at an Arby's is suing the restaurant and the company that owned the franchise location. I think her name is Negayet Lee, 63, was temporarily managing the Arby's in New Arby'S, Louisiana, which one of her children also worked there. And it was her son who found his own mother body in the freezer, y'all. This happened May 11th. He found his mom. The investigating officer relayed that inside of the door of the freezer had been bloodied, leading him to conclude Miss Lee panicked. She knows she got scared. Who wouldn't? Panicked once, locked inside, and beat her hands bloody, trying to escape to get someone attention. The lawsuit reads, ultimately, the collapse into a fetal position face down on the frozen floor. You know, when I think about this situation right here, I think about the young lady in Chicago by the name Kanika Jenkins. She was 19 when this happened to her, but she wasn't locked. She was locked inside, but she didn't lock herself inside like the lady didn't either. She didn't even beat on the door. We don't have no kind of, nothing her hands where she beat it on the door to try to get out or nothing. So you have to ask yourself, was she already unconscious? Okay. So going back to this case right here, the investigating officer relayed that inside of the door of the freezer had been bloody, leading him to conclude Miss Lee panicked once locked inside of the inside and beat her hands bloody, trying to escape or get someone attention. The lawsuit read ultimately they collapsed into a fetal position, face down on the frozen floor. The autopsy finding was hypothermia as the cause of death. Now, Kanika wasn't in a fetal position, y'all. Kanika Jenkins was in her leg straight, crossed a little bit, and her hands were closer to her chest. Now looked like she would have been cold in a cold fetal position, don't it? Okay, I'm not trying to compare the two, but it's kind of similar. Now, no foul play is suspected, as the police captain said. It seemed like an accident because this lady here did accidentally lock herself in the freezer. But you can't compare and say that Kanika was as her situation was an accident because it was different. Okay, it was more like she didn't knock her and beat her hand off like that lady did. That lady knows she shut the door. That how they had to lift the freezer wasn't right. But we're gonna get into it. The family lawyer Paul said in a news release, still questions remain, and the coroner is working to determine the exact cause of death. Okay, a fast food location is not owned by the Arby's corporate, but is operated by Turbo Restaurant, which is part of franchise management company Sun Holdings. The Lee family is suing all three entire entities and Inspire Brands, the parents company of Arby's. I know that's right. Since y'all don't know, we gonna find out. The suit alleged a former employee said the walk-in freezer latch has been broken since at least August of 2022. So her latch was broken. The one Kanika was in, they claimed there wasn't nothing wrong with it. Okay, August of 2022. And that employee used a screwdriver to help open and close the door, and a box of oil or prop it open. Now that's a dangerous thing right there for that freezer. That freezer right there wasn't even functioning right. The door wasn't even right, y'all. They had to use a screwdriver just to open up their door. So they can get locked if their box moves. Okay. So they had to use a screwdriver, y'all, to open and unlock that door. Open and close the door. That's sad. And they use a box of oil to hold the door open. The company policy was to keep the freezer at least at 10 degrees, the former employee said. The issue with the freezer was reported to a region manager who visited the location in August the 22 and said the freezer, the former employee alleged. The lead worked at Arby's location in Texas, but was asked by her supervisor to act as the general manager. Okay, it was in this just February the 23rd. She was supposed to be in that temporary role for 4 weeks, y'all. But her stay was extended by 2 weeks. Wow. This is sad. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see y'all where I started. I'm so sleepy. I ain't even been asleep yet. Okay. The company policy was key. Okay. The issue with the freeze were reported to. Okay. Lee work as okay. Okay. The suit states the family is seeking damages for wrongful death, loss of consortium, past and future. Okay, pain and suffering, loss of support and loss of love and affection. The family is seeking a jury trial and a monetary relief over 1 million in damage. In a state of CBS News, a sportsman for Arby's said, "We are aware of the tragic incident that took place at our franchise location in New Iberia, LA, Louisiana, yeah. The franchise is cooperating fully with local authority as they conduct their investigation. Due to this being an active investigation, we defer any further comments to the state police department." Wow. Okay. And that's what it says, y'all. Real deal. What y'all think about that? When you think about freezer, somebody don't be locked up in a malfunctioning door that you have to use a screwdriver for a cool and to get inside and outside the cooler. You won't catch me going back there in that mother sucker. That is so most of the bootlegged thing I have ever heard. That's not even safety. And look what happened to this lady. Her son found her. Real deal. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. And I want to thank one of my viewers named Tony Curry for coming in and giving me this story, because we was talking about a young lady from Chicago by the name of Kanika Jenkins when she was inside a freezer. But her situation was different than this. This lady bammed on the door, beat on the door, bloody fingers and everything, just beat on her, while Kanika was just laying, and the lady was laying like in a fetal position, like she was cold, but Kanika wasn't near that. But y'all like, share, and subscribe, and put your comment. Real deal. Y'all been doing an awesome job with y'all reaction and your comments. Put it inside the chat. And don't forget, real deal, please go in there and shop. I got to look at the bottom of the page. You're gonna see cups, sweatshirts, stickers, and a carrot tote bag. Get you one of them. You can get it in any color you want to get it in. Represent the real deal. Little Nita's Gives Reaction channel. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.